files are out of control, so we're gonna break down everything we've seen thus far. Okay, first, let's start with Obama's former chief White House counsel, Kathy Ruemiller, and a very eerie, very suspicious email with her and Epstein. Now, they're communicating back and forth in this email, but at the bottom of this email gets really weird. And I quote, she says, "Yes, I will be like the doctor at Lenox Hill, put that crazy in room 1, gunshot and surgery, and the cook, well, he can wait." You guys, remember Obama's chef who worked at the White House and who died at Obama's house? Could they be talking about him? Now, being that email was from 2014, saying the cook can wait, you mean like 9 years later wait, where he actually died in 2023? Yeah, that's suspicious. Gets even wilder though. So, we have an email from 2018 with Jeffrey Epstein and his brother, Mark Epstein, in which Mark is asking, buckle up, he says, does Putin still have the pictures of Trump blowing Bubba, aka Bill Clinton? Bro, what? Okay, even if this is even remotely true, how relevant would this picture be that they found in Epstein's house of Bill Clinton in a blue dress, in which Monica Lewinsky was in a blue dress just like this when she blew him? This is giving way to the biggest blackmail ring of all time, but let's keep going. Now, if we weren't completely off the rails, this is gonna take us there because there's an email stating that he was into bioengineering and genetics, specifically black people. And I quote, "You might be able to make blacks smarter by changing the time for the motor layer development and changing the time for other layers." Then he states their brains are slower at learning high-level concepts, in which he's giving way to slavery being that muscle switch for slaves. We're faster, so we're stronger, jump higher than the white people were thinking all day, basically, and making them smarter under pressure over time. Now, not only he was into bioengineering and genetics, and he had his own office at Harvard called Jeffery's office, but he had close ties to MIT, in which he had very close ties to this guy, Marvin Minsky, who was the co-founder of MIT's AI laboratories, and they call the father of AI. I mean, it really takes the guesswork out of why he was trafficking people besides blackmail. You wanted to experiment on people like a test lab rat. Now, this part totally makes sense, where the head morgue manager of Harvard pled guilty earlier this year for selling body parts online. Does anybody want to take a wild guess who he was working for? Epstein he was working for. Now, there's a whole lot more, so I'm gonna do a part 2. Make sure you guys get into my Telegram.
That's crazy, right?